All right, so I'm working on rigging up a cell phone booster. We kind of temporarily got it just working. This is what we got. How's the outdoor antenna and an indoor antenna. It did seem to work, but we just roughly wired it up just to test it, get the cell signal that we needed. But now I'm trying to somewhat permanently mount it, kind of permanently. So this is the booster part. This needs power, constant power. So we have it going down into a little battery pack deal, and then one going up and outside, and then the other indoor antenna I'm actually gonna run underneath, so when we're downstairs we can have a better signal down there. Hopefully I'm gonna test that out. But there was actually a hole already in the floor, so I'm just using this hole. I'm just gonna run the wire down and mount. This is the indoor antenna. I'm gonna mount this downstairs, give everything power, and test it out, see how it works. All right, so we're unloading the trailer. We got the big couch broken down and just pushed along that wall. The bunk beds we restacked, and we got all of our camping gear, chairs, tents, things like that. And then this is stuff from the Long Beach house that we're not going to be needing to get to. More stuff from the Long Beach house, but at least it's all organized, packed far away. We have a lot of space now. The cabin actually looks way bigger. Obviously the big couch not taking up 90% of it, but here's the table with all of our stuff. So now we have a big outdoor rug type thing, and we're gonna stretch it over this whole span of the floor. And we're thinking about setting up the bed, since it's just going to be stored anyways. And instead of us sleeping on the floor, we'll have a bed set up and made, and all we'll do is blow up the air mattress, throw it on top of the bed. At least that's the idea. And yeah, hopefully that'll work out. So we'll see. Okay, bed set up and air mattress fits. We just got our blankets and sleeping bags and stuff. So now when we come, we'll just pull the air mattress out, plug it in, and the bed frame will just stay right there. And it kind of makes the space look a little more homey, considering it's all down to studs and everything. But that's all right. It's all right. Now we have plenty of space right here too. So if
we want to have a dance
party or whatever, someone else wants to put a mattress down, or we got more gear, more stuff, we can. But we got some of our Anchor products here charging up. Just trying to block the sun a little bit with this board. But I got the solar generator hooked up to the 400 watt panel down there. And it's charging. It's charging up that smaller battery pack down there. And I believe the fridge is plugged into it as well. So yeah, making progress. Making progress. So, you know, the cabin's old. It needs a bunch of work, obviously. And these stairs were super weak and brittle. And I felt like they were just gonna bust. So, you know, the other day I already did some work. I didn't record nothing. I just, you know, just got to work right away because this thing was bugging me. Felt like, you know, any minute these stairs are going to fail and someone's going to get seriously hurt. So I just got to work and started doing stuff. So what I added right here is this diagonal brace, because the whole staircase would sway. There you go. Got Maximus crying. Dude, just chill, okay? Just relax. Stairs were super wobbly, so I added this diagonal piece to help get this area nice and rigid. And then again, some of these steps were supported with these brackets, right? So if you step obviously on the step, it's, you know, being supported by this. And then pretty much you can see this is what I ended up doing. So they had them and then they have none. So I came in here and just cut some scrap 2x4 and pretty much kind of just replicated that concept, screwed it in, and now the boards have something to, you know, support it, because all it was before, pretty much holding the step, were just the nails and screws. And obviously these boards are getting weather, they're starting to crack and warp, and there's just some nails right there holding the whole step. Like, to me that was like, nah. waiting for something to just fail, you know. So I came in here and I added blocks all the way underneath. And then they already had this board. It's just tying the two ends together, but they had this one and then there's one right there really close to each other, so I just removed it and moved this one, you know, kind of in the middle. And then the other thing I did the other day is these were just laying around, these concrete footers. They were just sitting, you know, like over there somewhere. And again, had some scrap. I think it's just like 3x3, 3.5 by 3.5. And I just added it to the end here. I put it on the outside opposed to this one's on the inside of the staircase. This one's on the outside, and it's really just helped with the swaying. So everything I did just helped support this staircase, because it was getting pretty bad, a little bit sketchy, you know. Eventually we're gonna redo the whole cabin. Like, a lot of this, almost all of it, is gonna get redone and tore down eventually. We're not at that stage yet. We don't even live here full time yet, but we do access the cabin a lot. We're using it pretty much as storage for all of our stuff. So, you know, going up and down the stairs with, you know, tubs of stuff or just whatever, you know, I wanted this thing a little bit more secure because it was just sketchy. Right, babe?
Yep. Thank you, baby.
So the last little thing I want to do is add another step. So, you know, all these steps are fine. You know, they feel normal, like normal steps. I don't know what the spacing is for steps and whatnot. but here it's like it's a nice little drop, so like it's like it's missing a step. So I got some scrap wood we found just on the property. I'm gonna cut that to size and put it in here, screw it in, and now we'll have one more step, and hopefully this staircase will be more safe. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work. Oh, another cool little thing. So I got my miter saw. I got a little simple workstation right here. We got a like an affiliate deal with a solar company. They found us on YouTube. They reached out to us and they want to work with us and let us be an affiliate of their company, you know, represent their company and their brand. One of the products that they sell is Anchor solar generators and Anchor coolers, and so we have one right here. This is their largest handheld power station, solar generator, whatever you want to call it. And this thing has been powering the saw, which is great. You know, I don't need my heavy duty generator. I do have a nice, really big, heavy duty generator. But you know, this thing, it's way lighter. I can just carry this around. Generator, you can't pick that thing up, there's no way. And right now I have the power station hooked up to the Anchor portable 400 watt solar panel. So it's, you know, going right in, and the 400 watt charges this thing up pretty darn nicely. So I don't know how well you can see, but right now it's like input 306 watts. It says it'll be recharged in 1.4 hours. It's currently at 75%. But at the same time, you know, I'm gonna be using the saw, I'm gonna be working, and this thing, you know, pulls barely nothing out of this battery pack. But eventually I want to have like quite a few tools all hooked up, kind of running, have a whole little work station going, and put this thing to the test. But we'll see. Right now I'm just doing simple cuts, and it works good. So I'm gonna get to work. All right, so I got it in. Built another step, some scrap wood. It's a little better, you know. It's maybe just a little bit off from the rest of them, but I just, you know, I screwed some you know, 2x4 underneath, and it's just, you know, sitting right on the concrete. It's just the easiest way, you know. Doesn't need to be perfect, but coming down, you know, it's definitely better than having that big drop. So I'm happy, Ashley's happy. And then I also added this little shelf right here. You can see some of the soap that's up there. So what we like to do is this little area just for like rinsing off, you know, where I'm working, Ashley's working, whatever. And you know, you just want to like rinse your face off, or, you know, wash your hands, whatever. And normally we just like leave the soap on the floor, you know, or whatever. We have a towel right there. Sometimes we'll even just shower right here. You know, there's the water bag. I need to address that next. But yeah, just a simple little shelf. You know, again, just out of scrap wood. It's just little things like that just make being out here a little bit more comfortable, or in the staircase situation, just more safe in general. So So yeah, just little projects. And it's, for me, it's kind of like practice, you know, because I'm not big on, you know, construction work, carpentry work, whatever you want to call that. I have some woodworking experience, but, you know, I've never built houses or nothing like that. So it's just a good project to kind of practice on. So some other things we kind of cleaned up on this trip is, so I have a lot of my tools and things that are going into the container, and there's a bunch of leftover material in the container from the previous owner and all the construction that he was doing. So for example, right here, this is all just PVC piping, most likely from the septic system that they had. And it was just all on the floor inside the container, and it was just taking up a bunch of space. So I just simply, you know, screwed these 2x4s to the beams right there, and we just stacked them, got 2 rows. And then I just tied it down so that, you know, when we're not here, if the wind's blowing or whatever, they're not going to get blown off. So yeah, it's just a nice way to kind of organize it in a way. Again, it's not permanent, it's not going to be there forever, but just for now. I didn't want to just leave them on the side of the container where, you know, wild animals or, you know, they'll get blown around. So a nice little simple little spot. It's clean up, out of the way, you know, mud and dirt and stuff won't get all inside of it. Hopefully no animals, no little mice or whatever will get inside of it. Another thing we're working on was this side of the house. This was just like a junk pile. They had a bunch of random lumber, so we kind of organized it a little bit. You know, it's still just kind of piled right here because these are just really small cut-offs, random little pieces. You can see there's still a bunch of nails. They got to get cleaned up from, you know, this bucket of nails that busted open. All this trim, aluminum trim, I'm not sure exactly what it is or what it's for. We got to haul that out of here. But we're just trying to clean up this area of the cabin. Oh, there's still a lot more to do. I'm going to move these jacked up pieces of plywood, move them away. Just overall wanted to just clean up, you know, our area right here in the cabin. This is just our little living space for when we're here, obviously, you know. So yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's better than having, you know, a bunch of junk and shit everywhere. That gets old. Max is looking for me again. So it's good. Still a few more little miscellaneous things like this barbecue I'm gonna go put next to the container over there. There's just like, these are like old dog bowls, I think, not ours, left here from the previous owner. Just clean that up, get that out of the way. I kind of want to pull these out. They're not going anywhere. This yellow stuff is just going through the pipe and then just up and over and then boom, right there. You know, like, it's just getting weathered and beat up right here. I'd rather just pull that shit out and put it somewhere, you know, stored, so when we need it, it's fucking ready to go. So yeah, you know, little improvement projects around the cabin. So that's it for now. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do next. Kind of just take a break and chill for a little bit.